Hey now, we are back once again. As you can see, we have another new baseball product to review. For the very first time in Zach Malin Collectibles, we'll be ripping and reviewing a Mega Box from TOPPS Series 1 Celebration 2025. So these go along with the current release of TOPPS Series 1, but they have some different variations, some fun rips that we can get here because we have things that are unique to this product, like game day drip. There are the mascots there as well, and other parallels. And also, I believe the big head cards come out here. So this is hopefully going to be a fun rip. It's pretty heavy. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of base cards mixed in here. So we're going to be checking this out for the very first time. I was able to grab this, believe it or not, at a Barnes & Noble. However, not in my area. I was able to get it in Portland, Oregon, which I did over the weekend. And I grabbed this box and I said, hey, what better time to rip than now? So as you may or may not know, at Barnes & Noble, if you're a member of their Barnes & Noble Club, you can get, I guess you pay for that membership annually, but you get like a 10% discount for all your purchases. All right, so that comes in handy here because we save on tax, but in the state of Oregon, there's no sales tax. So that was even better. And then I believe if you spend a certain amount, you accumulate points that'll give you like $5 off coupons in the future at Barnes & Noble. So definitely worth the deal. If I can find cards at Barnes & Noble, I always go for it. Just some are a little stingy where some Barnes & Noble have a limit on how many they'll sell of one particular item. So usually at my local one, it's one. All right, so which is a bummer. But anyways, I picked up two. I'm ripping one because I don't know how long this video is because I don't know how many packs are in here because it seems pretty heavy. So I didn't want to bore you with that. Okay, I'm doing two, I should say, in one video. So let's see, try and make it quick with the one as we get through some of the base here. But before we get to our rip, we have a reminder of our giveaway. Once again, quickly, Panini Tin Revolution. We have this one as well as the Totally Certified, which is always a hit and a banger. And we have the value pack of NBA Prism. So hopefully we're going to have either a baseball or football product to add. Who knows? Maybe even something like this. So I did pick this up for $50, so not cheap, but hopefully worth the buy. So remember, in order to be eligible for our giveaway, simply be subscribed to the channel. That can be easily resolved if you're not already subscribed by kindly clicking that subscribe button, liking this video, commenting on this video, and sharing with others. So that's a big key, guys. Don't forget to like as well as comment, because I get a bunch of comments, but sometimes the comments exceed the likes. So that's telling me that some of the people that are commenting are forgetting to also hit that like button. All right. So, and in the comments, guys, you know, I appreciate all of the comments, but, you know, really tell me what your opinions are of, you know, the cards. Some look like they're just putting on, I guess, different acknowledgments that they are on it first. But let's get some meaningful comments in the comment section if we can. So here we go. So we got a bunch of packs. All right, so let's try and rip through it. All right, so we're going to go left first. And if we get any base, we're going to try and speed through that. So here we go. All right. So basically, same design as Series 1. We're looking for those big heads, okay? And, of course, we're looking for the rookies like Dylan Cruz, James Wood, who did a job on my Dodgers a few weeks back. All right, so we have here a card that's backwards, and this is Ian Happ on the green. All right. And we also have another backwards card of Cody Bellinger, who's no longer with the Cubs. We have an 8-bit Ballers of Mookie Betts, so you can see a lot of different parallels. We have a Power Players of Freddie Freeman. I guess he's a power player now because of his grand slam, all right? We have a Stars of the MLB of Mookie Betts. And we have this one here of the wins leaders. I didn't know that Imanaga had 15 wins. Wow, that's pretty good for a pretty bad Cubs team, all right? So the Cubs got some revenge when they came into LA a few weeks back and won 2 of 3, basically doing what the Dodgers did to them over in Tokyo. And then one of the games like 16-0. So, all right, so here we go. DJ Hertz. We're going to fly through this. Volpe. We have a Pete Crow Armstrong on the Future Stars. We have that. Some base. None of the rookies we're looking for yet. Okay, so we have a game day drip coming up. We have on the 1990s card of Bryce Harper. Game day drip of Mookie Betts. We got our first mascot. It's Mrs. Met, okay? And if you saw the box, I guess they have some numbered mascots, okay? Francisco Lindor and a Ronald Acuna Jr. Nothing special about that card. I was looking to see if there was going to be some, well, definitely not a big head, but something significant to make it a short print card. All right, here we go. Continuing right along. Next one. And I know, guys, some of you are asking what happened to the Top Series 1 Jumbo Box. All right. We are going to rip that soon, okay? That's going to be a longer video, but we do plan on doing that. Some of our followers have asked about that. No, I have not forgotten. But we just keep getting new products that I end up... there's David Fiesta. I can't end up putting that in the back burner for some reason. And we got the Flying High on this nice little disco. We have... Here we go with the parallels of Acuna. I guess this is the brother of Ronald Acuna. We got power players Bobby Witt. And speaking of that, we got Bobby Witt on this one. And there you go. All right. So we haven't hit anything crazy yet. Hopefully we will. All right. I've seen some shorts or reels where some nice little parallels or short prints have been hit. So hopefully we can get one of those to show off today on the channel. All right. Here we go. We got a rookie there. We got another celebration of teams there. We got these guys here. Celebrations. And here we go. We're going to get another game day drip. We've got Grapefruit League. So we have Rafael Devers, who struggled earlier in the year. We have Bryce Harper in the game day. We've got Wally the Green Monster. I didn't even know the Red Sox had a mascot, but apparently they do. All right, Wally the Green Monster. Okay. We have Ronald Acuna on this one here. And Corey Seager. All right. So baseball season is upon us. Who's your team, guys? Tell me in the comments below. Right? As of this recording, the Padres hold a slight lead over the Dodgers, I believe, for the best record in baseball. So here we go. Tommy Edman, all right, he's a big one. There's Yoshi Yamamoto. Nice one of him. All right, I'm going to put that there. And we have, on the backwards, a Matt Verling and a Brian Hayes. Okay, nice looking cards. I wish that they were of, they weren't the paper stock, but the thicker kind. More card stock, I guess. There's Brooks Lee and Paul Goldschmidt. And on the MLB All-Stars, there we go. We have our first Dylan Cruz on the MLB All-Stars. All right. We've hit that quite a few times in Top Series 1. So I believe Top Series 2, if I'm not mistaken, June or July comes out. So here we go. Wheeler. We're going to try and breeze through this one here until we find something significant. And here we go. We are going to our 1990 card of Francisco Lindor. We have Game Day Drip of Jazz Chisholm. There we go. Now, this is a legit mascot. But if you think about it, this is not the original San Diego Padre mascot. It was the San Diego Chicken. But now this one here is called Swinging Friar. Okay, so they replaced the San Diego Chicken with the Swinging Friar. All right, so there you have it. Okay, so we're almost done with this first stack. On to the next one. Tell me what you think. Is this a buy, guys, or is this a pass for you? All right. Hoping to get one of those big heads. All right. Or it's basically the same card, just with the player having an enlarged head. All right. I think they also have the small players as well. Future stars of Evan Carter. Interesting say cheese of the Twins. And here comes to our interesting cards. This in reverse. Jose Ramirez. 8-bit of Francisco Lindor. Kyle Schwarber. Mike Trout. We've gotten that one before. And moving right along. All right, here we go. So this is the last pack in this section. Thank you for sticking with us thus far. The journey continues. All right. Here we go. Clayton Kershaw. As we continue on. Bronx Bombers. All right. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to our special cards. We have a Jarren Duran. All TOPPS team. Okay. Interesting. Game Day Drip of Ellie De La Cruz. There you go. And I believe we got him earlier, right? Mr. Met once again makes an appearance, as well as Bryce Harper and J.P. Crawford. All right, so that is our first stack to the left. Now we move on to the right. Here we go. Hopefully this one treats us well. I haven't seen anything. You know, I might be wrong. I haven't done the comps, looked them up or anything like that, but I haven't seen anything to justify, in my opinion, thus far, worth sleeving. Okay, here we go. Continuing on. Okay. Josh Jung. And here we go. We have a backwards of Jacob Wilson. Is he? I've heard the name before. I think he might be someone. I think I heard he's one of the chases this year. Not as high as Dylan Cruz and James Wood, but I think I've heard Jacob Wilson. I think also Ben Rice. So I'm not too familiar with, the small market players, but just in case I'm not, just in case that he is someone to go and grab, let's just leave him up because he is a rookie. Hopefully he's the rookie. He's one of the rookies to chase, but that's a nice card nonetheless with that glitter there. Gunnar Henderson. We have Vlad Guerrero, who got paid with his new contract. We have a Shohei. First time we hit Shohei on the stars of the MLB. All right. Shohei is always appreciated. So we will sleeve Mr. Shohei up as well. All right. So like Shohei, at least for me in terms of PC, Shohei's my guy. Victor's my guy for basketball. All right. Not a stretch there, guys, okay? The guys that hold a lot of value. Those are my PC guys. All right, here we go. Continuing on. So with baseball products, especially with TOPPS, I mean, they give you a lot of cards, but a lot of these guys are base cards. So, all right, here we go. Drew Thorpe on the 1990 Game Day Drip of Aaron Judge. We have a different one, Slugger from the Royals. Okay, here we go. We have Paul Skeens. Nice little Paul Skeens MLB All-Stars. All right, he's another guy that we are a fan of. Hopefully he holds up and has a equally impressive sophomore season this year. I believe he's doing okay thus far, but, you know, let's leave it up. All right. Moving right along. We wanted one of the big hits. We haven't really gotten them yet. You know, that's basically a short print. One of the big heads. I keep mentioning over and over again, I want to see it in person. Okay. So here we go. We continue on. There's Ben Rice. Ben Rice is one of the rookies, I guess, that is sought after as well. We pulled quite a few of him already in the regular series one. Okay, so here we go. We have an upside down or backwards of Teoscar Hernandez. We always seem to hit a nice little Teo. And we have Marcus Stroman, 8-bit Ronald Acuna, Rafael Devers, and Jose Ramirez, as well as Jose Miranda. Okay, so we are coming down the home stretch. Thank you for sticking with us during this marathon. All right. Hopefully we'll be rewarded with something nice in the end. All right, here we go. We have that one, that one, that one. Continuing on, there's Jackson Merrill. Nice little card of Jackson Merrill. But it's a second-year card, unfortunately. And then we have a game day. Oh, before we get to that, we have a Busch Stadium of Jason Tatum. All right. So this is not your everyday card. All right. Jason Tatum, first pitch. I guess he's from St. Louis. And game day drip of Randy Rosarena. We have a different one, Baxter. Okay. Arizona Diamondbacks, but the mascot is like a bobcat or something, a Baxter. All right, Nolan Arenado and Luis Garcia. All right. It would be my luck that we hit like a numbered or auto of one of the mascots, but I think it's got value. All right, let's see. Continuing on with our rip. Still looking for the big hit. All right, here we have Ahmed Rosario. And we have Jake Rogers. Okay. And there you go. There you go. And a Brooks Lee. All right. As well as that one. Okay, so they need someone to flank them. It's a Shohei here. I mean, I could have probably picked some better ones, but these... It's our only Shohei hit there. All right, so we got 3 more packs. All right. Let us see who we get here. Now, it's game over if all of a sudden I find out there's a Dodger mascot. All right. So, there's Freddie Freeman, World Series MVP. Dylan Dinger. That's a Dingler. I thought it was Dinger. There's Colt Keith. And here we go. We have... Ooh, something. I thought it was something special. Angel Martinez, rookie, 1990s card. James Wood, game day drip. Okay, this might be something. But we have a mascot of the Orioles. It just says mascot. Doesn't say a name. So this mascot has no name. Okay, Julio Rodriguez and Brent Hooker. Funny thing is, all right, the mascot cards, I might be sort of clowning them a little bit, but I come to find out these guys, like, are worth a few bucks, all right? So if a cha-ching comes on as we're talking, that means these guys have some value, all right? People are running out and getting them. All right, here we go. So we have some more. We're waiting for this guy to make his debut. Hunter, what's his name? Hunter Fiducia, all right? And continuing on, big stack of base cards. And here we go. We have Carlos Rodriguez on that one. Jackson Jobe. Ronald Acuna, I think we got him like 3 times already. There's another Gunnar Henderson. And Spencer Schwellenbach. Okay, so last pack. We have some last pack magic. Here we go. 2025 Top Series 1 celebrations. It's about to be in the books. Here we go. Last pack. Let's get it. Brooks Lee. I haven't heard much about him, okay? But we've seen his cards a few times. And oh, there we go. We have a greatest hits of Freddie Freeman go-ahead grand slam. We have a game day of Ronald Acuna. We have another. We got Mr. Brewer, Bernie Brewer. And finally, we have Kristen Yelich and Riley Green. So there you have it. Those are some of the hits. Got some game day drips. Got a bunch of different parallels here. A whole mess of different mascots. Tell me what you think, guys. Is this worth the buy? Is there anything to celebrate in 2025 celebrations? Kindly comment below. Until our next video, take care.